Hollywood stops by the Northwest every once in a while and makes a movie. In some cases, some parts of Hollywood never leave. St. Brian has that story right after this. Remember when Planet Hollywood was in town? A long time ago? I'm sure there was one local guy that went in there, took one look at all that stuff and said, this is nothing. St. Brian has a story of Mike Clark.
Movie Madness isn't just Portland's most famous video store. Movie Madness is a state of mind. Owner Mike Clark's mind, to be exact.
But I love film. I have a real deep respect and admiration for film.
Which is why, besides Finding Neverland, here you'll find a museum of more than 70 costumes and 22 props. All bought in auctions, all featured in some of Mike Clark's favorite films.
Let's start off with Faye Dunaway. This is her dress that she wore in the movie Bonnie and Clyde.
I bet you're a movie star.
It's the actual waitress outfit that she wore in the beginning of the film. It's really a wonderful piece. Julie Andrews, that's from Sound of Music, and this was during the segment where she sings Do Re Mi with the children. Over here on the far right is Barbra Streisand's personal favorite costume of all of her costumes.
Mike paid $20,000 for the famous negligee from The Owl and the Pussycat. He says it's the most expensive item in his collection.
If I want it really bad, I'm gonna definitely make a point of getting it.
Mike bought his first costume at a Godfather memorabilia auction in 1994.
Oh, I just got this impulse to go ahead and start bidding on this Diane Keaton dress, and before I knew it, I bought it.
The dress, worn in The Godfather Part 2, once sat on the floor in the new releases section.
And, you know, people would put their hands on it and whatnot, and I didn't like that. So finally I built a case. And then before I knew it, I started buying other costumes and other props.
Props like a gear from Charlie Chaplin's classic Modern Times, a rubbery mugwump from the cult film Naked Lunch, and one of two knives that stabbed Janet Leigh in Psycho.
Now, this knife here was used only in about 3 frames of the movie.
There's the phone Jack Nicholson dials up on in Chinatown, the prop gun Clint Eastwood fires in The Outlaw Josie Wales, and the ear that once teemed with ants in Blue Velvet.
You see the little red stuff? That's maple. That's some kind of syrup. And they had these ants, and they poured these ants on top of this raspberry, and they were just going crazy. And then he was able to film it. And below that, there's the actual maid outfit and shoes that Jennifer Lopez made in Manhattan.
I can't try on her clothes.
Mike's collection is kind of like that. For every memento from a truly classic movie, like the hat Tony Curtis wears in Some Like It Hot.
What's the matter, sugar?
There's something from an utterly forgettable film, like the dress and shoes Helen Hunt wears in What Women Want.
I like having them here, you know, just knowing that who wore it last, you know, who was inside that dress last. You know, it was Helen Hunt was in there last.
All right then.
What is missing from your collection?
I would love to get something, anything, from Casablanca. I would love to have a piece of Casablanca or a piece of Citizen Kane among my collection. And I'll keep looking until I do find something.
Every devoted collector knows the feeling. Movie madness is something Mike Clark is learning to live with.
Mike Clark hopes to add a second floor to his video store so he can have more room to display some of that great Hollywood memorabilia.